I'm babbling. I'm going off on a total tangent. Hey guys, welcome back. So got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and I'm back to the warm fall colors. Just loving them. These are some of my go-to shades on the eyes, I mean all year, but I just get especially excited about them around fall. So I was using them again. Love this kind of berry wine, sort of a lip color. Great formula, neutral cheek. So I kind of have some, like a combo of new things and revisited things from my collection. Yeah, good stuff. So let's get to them. So first off for eyes, the Wet n Wild Coffee Cat palette. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so good. I don't know if you can still find this anywhere. It kind of keeps going in and out of stock on Ulta's website and on Wet n Wild's website. I snagged it off of Wet n Wild's website. It seems like they both kind of keep restocking, but it seems like the Wet n Wild website, it hangs around in stock a little bit longer. Ulta, it seems like if it comes back in stock, it's like almost immediately sold out again. So I'll try to remember to list both for you down below so that you can kind of keep checking both if you want to try to snag it. So this is the Coffee Cat palette. I have this on along with something else I'll mention to you. This palette. I would love if they made this permanent because this is like the perfect warm toned neutral palette. It's amazing. One of the main things I wanted to mention to you, and I noticed this in the reviews, it has an interesting scent. I think it's supposed to smell like coffee, and it kind of smells like burned coffee to me. Like, I don't know, like your coffee pot was sitting there too long and it just kind of gets burned, because it has like a smoky sort of a scent to it also, but I can also smell coffee. So just FYI, it has kind of a strange scent to it. I'll mention something else to you, that one of the lip glosses, that definitely smells more like coffee to me, but this has that kind of smoky coffee scent. It's a little bit funky. Okay, so I don't have any idea what I put on my eyes. What did I do? I think I did this and this. I was just playing with, I mean, almost this whole palette, really. I was just kind of like dabbing in all the colors. Not today. Today I just have these two, but when I was playing with this palette, other days. Okay, so I've got those two swatched. Oh, I love this one. This one's beautiful. And this color. I would say those are the main ones, and then this color. So especially those like extra, I don't know, warm toned browns. Oh my gosh. So good. Great formula on this palette. These are pigmented, but not difficult to work with or blend. But the pigmentation is just so good. I mean, it's impressive. I think regular price this palette is $9. It's so good. So I would be so ecstatic if they made this palette permanent, because it's just beautiful. I mean, metallics are light catching, but there's so many good mattes. I mean, drugstore shadows have come so far, especially in the matte shadow game, because for the longest time, those really struggled. They would get the shimmers right. Wet n Wild's always been one of the best. So, I mean, they've always done it really well as far as drugstore shadows go. But typically, it was always the shimmers were better. I'm talking about drugstore in general. And then the mattes were where it was kind of like a little bit, you didn't know. Whereas this is just awesome. But like I said, Wet n Wild's always been great at it, but this is amazing. I mean, look at that right there. That's so pigmented and smooth. I mean, not skipping. You get the idea. You see it. It's a great palette. And I mean, coffee plus a cat? What else could you want? I mean, I love my cat, I love Chester, and I love coffee. So I love this palette. Also played with and really enjoyed the Too Faced Salted Caramel palette. This is so adorable. Oh my gosh. These little palettes from Too Faced are so stinking cute. This is raised. Packaging is adorable. I love the size of these palettes. They're just cute, easy to store, easy to travel with, great quality. Love them. So I have this on today, this on, and then I have a combo of these three. So let's see if I can swatch all of these so you can see them. You can see them combined on my eyes, and I used them with some setting spray. But I mean, they're still super pigmented. They didn't necessarily need setting spray, but I love that super metallic look. So the really warm color, I'll show it to you in the palette. The really warm shade that I'm swatching here, and I'll show you in the palette too, it has shimmer in it. It's like a reddish rust color with gold shimmer, which typically I'm not a fan of those type of shadows. They're not my favorites, but I really like this one. I have it on the outer corners of my eyes, and I mean, it's not weird. It's not difficult to work with. It's really pretty. I mean, you really can't even see much of the shimmer on the eyes. I mean, maybe if you packed it on, you might see more of it, but it really performs more like a matte. So there they are right there. This is so pretty because this one has a pinky tint to it. Worn by itself, you definitely see more of the pink. Of course, I have it layered with the other one, so you see more of a coppery golden lid, but it's just beautiful. Super pigmented, really nice and like a buttery sort of a texture to them. Look how pigmented. Just awesome. So yeah, absolutely love this palette. It is perfect for fall. Again, love the packaging, love the size of it, and love the whole color story to it. For blush, I broke out an old classic from Nars that has been around for years. This is Nars Deep Throat. Hate that name. Love this blush. It is a gorgeous, slightly glowy, like peachy neutral is how I would describe this blush. It's a lot like Nars Orgasm, but this one is less shimmery and golden. It's a little bit more subtle, but it's so pretty. And it's definitely one that does not swatch nearly as impressively as it works on the face. Why are blushes like that? And a lot of my favorite blushes are like that. Like the CoverGirl Cheekers blushes, those do not swatch well at all, but I love them on the cheeks. I think because they can be buffed on and built up, and they're just very versatile, and I love that in a blush. The Clinique Cheek Pop blushes are like that too. I'd say they swatch a little bit better, but it's that same sort of buildable formula. I'm babbling. I'm going off on a total tangent. Here's a swatch. I got it built up so that you can see it. So it's got a pinky tone to it, a little bit of a glow. I would not say it's shimmery. I would not say it's metallic-y. I would say just a slight step above a satin. It's got a little bit more glow than a satin. And the shift in it is still a golden shift, but like I said, not as much as Orgasm. It's more subtle. But you can see I don't have a highlighter on today, so on my cheeks is just this catching the light. So pretty. It is awesome. And I got this, I don't know, probably in a point perk maybe, or something. I could go on the tangent. I love cute little tiny makeup. So again, cute little tiny makeup. On to lips. So first favorite, this combo right here. This is such a pretty shade. It's kind of a wine, kind of a red, kind of an ox blood. It is beautiful. So I have the Milani lip liner on in Bordeaux. This is such a pretty color, and mine is getting small. It's a beautiful, I mean, wine. I would just describe this one as a straight up wine color. And the lipstick is Maybelline Crimson Race. I think this is one of their new cream shades. I've already forgotten which ones are the new ones and which ones are, you know, ones that have been around for a while. So pretty. So I have worn this in several different ways. So I have it a little bit more, well, kind of full on. I sort of applied it on my lips and then rubbed my lips together a couple times. So it's really like on there, you know what I mean? So it's, you can even see it's less creamy looking, less shiny looking on my lips because I applied a little bit and then sort of like melded it in, you know what I mean? Like really rubbed it into my lips. Whereas this, you can see more of that cream finish. So I like that it's versatile, is what I'm trying to say. So here it is kind of full on, here it is built up, and then I also applied it where I would just kind of dab it on my lips and then really rub my lips together once again, but just not apply as many layers. And then it's sort of lighter and pinkier and more of like a stain. Very pretty. See? it's really versatile. So such a pretty color. And I would say very super comfortable because it's a cream finish. But normally I would go for more of a matte where, you know, I'm wearing a color like this. I would want it to not move as much. But I would still wear this with a lip liner, which is what I did today. But if you kind of apply it and really meld it into your lips, it's not going to move as much. I feel like I'm just babbling today, but you get the idea. So it's versatile. It's a very pretty color, super affordable. I pretty much talk about a Maybelline lipstick probably every week or every other week, pretty much. My hand is totally stained from that, so I will swatch over here now for my last lip color favorite, which is the Wet n Wild Coffee Cat lip gloss in Deja Brew. Deja Brew. So cute. This is beautiful. Okay, so scent. This is definitely more like coffee. So this doesn't have that, maybe a little bit, but not nearly as much of that smoky scent that the palette has. So I'm not sure what that's about, but I like the scent of this gloss better for sure. I got all 3 shades from this line. This is the one that I've grabbed for the most, and it is a beautiful coffee brown shade. It's a warm brown, so glossy, really comfortable. These are $3, so I love their glosses in different colors. I mean, I've been really impressed with their glosses just in general. They are great, great glosses. But if you can find these, they are beautiful. Look how that catches the light. Gorgeous. And tackiness, just a little bit of a tackiness to get it to stay around on your lips for a while, but it's not a super tacky gloss. So really like the formula on it. It's almost a, it's got almost a rosiness to it too. Such a pretty brown. It is great. Love this whole line. So I'm so glad that y'all pushed me to finally get it. I'm so glad I was able to finally grab it before it was all gone. But I'm hoping that they'll keep bringing it back and or make it permanent. Okay guys, so those are all my favorites. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you've been loving or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!